News, everybody.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone!
Turbo Tomato's alive again. And she has side exit exhaust now. I'll clip in a couple pictures. I didn't bring you along for it. It was one of them, you couldn't see the angle I'm working at. Everything had to be torched and bent and stuff. New bolts, new hardware. So we just threw it on a lift and banged it out. But I'll show you some pictures in here. I think the carrier's gone. Maybe. That might be the rubber smell I've been smelling. We got drive shaft back in. We modified the shift tower enough that it works, and we modified the shifter enough that it works. So that's done. And we're also making a side exit exhaust. And now we get to play the game of the other problem of making the new wiring. Here it is bare with no wiring other than factory stuff. All the AC stuff still exists. We're going to clean up this factory wiring, make sure there's nothing broken or cracked like typical Volvo, and then re-lume and tie it up to the firewall. I know this connector's falling apart. I'll make something better for that. And the other day when I was working on it on the lift, I noticed that banjo fitting for the oil feed is leaking, and the return gasket is leaking down there. Also, the cam seal is leaking. So we will address them, even though we're not going to keep this motor long term. I might have just blown something, but hey, whatever. We are going to go B230, but what we do, nobody knows yet. But yep, we're going to make up the wiring today. Here's what I'm starting with, a pile of wires. And pretty soon you'll get to see the finished product. So first, I start by stripping the whole harness back, take all the loom off. Make sure your pit bull's handy, they're very helpful for this job. After I do that, what I usually do is figure out the wires I want for my interior. So I have everything from a LED, which is accelerator LED. It's input-output you can use on a micro squirt or a mega squirt. I'm going to use this for a 2-step. Then we have the pink, which is our O2 sensor wire. That's going to go to our wideband controller. You have your general grounds. These are actually going to go to the engine block. It's better that they go with everything else. First purple is our fuel pump. Second purple, if I remember. Oh yeah, that's our flex fuel sensor, which eventually we'll put one in the car. So I want to leave that with my interior harness, and then you have main power. What do you do when you're sitting around wiring a Volvo? You watch other videos of Volvos. Here's involvo'd on YouTube doing a red wagon. That one didn't get saved, but go check out his channel. He's got a lot of cool content too. But that's what I'm doing while I'm playing with this mess in my lap. So here's the harness I made for the car. All cut up and everything, but there it is, all terminated. Deutsch connectors, factory connectors, whatever. And if you look right in there, I'm sure you can see it. Here's the new coil harness, new injector harness, both with their own plugs. So I'm going to start laying in all this wiring, probably on a time lapse, and then start connecting everything and hiding it away. I also want to loom this off. I checked that there's nothing split in here right now, so I'm going to cover all that up, make it nice, and then we'll see if it runs again. It's getting late. I want to get an update out because I didn't get anything out last week. There's the new harness laid in. I also re-loomed all the factory stuff and checked it all. There's 2 grounds there I got to clean up I don't like, and I got to finish hooking up the fan over here and clean all this up, get rid of that ABS and stuff. But here she is here. The interior I'm still buttoning up a lot, but Oh, what do I do with the key? They help. Fuel pump. The only thing now is I changed the wiring so it's got staggered injection. So now it's running really rich. I gotta change my tune up. But she's happy. So next thing I'll do is go in and do some tuning. It's pig rich right now, but before it was firing the first two and the rear two. Now it's firing 1.3 and then 2.4 like it's supposed to, and the coils fire 2 outers, 2 inners is how they set these up. So I'm going to do some tuning on the timing, some tuning on the fuel system, and then I'll show you guys how it idles and runs. And then now we can, once I finish addressing the dashboard, we can start doing some mods, put power steering in, hook up the AC, and get it tinted, do some interior stuff. So now the fun stuff begins. But I wanted to address the wiring because that was like the biggest nail in the coffin on the car. But now that we have a nice new loomed wiring harness and everything's, you know, cleaned up, we can start doing other fun stuff. It does blow my mind that there's so many of you watching my channel. I appreciate it more than you know. I've always done this just for the fun of it, and you know, I've noticed that I have a lot of friends that can't do this stuff that love to watch it. So that's why I started a YouTube in the first place. But yeah, thanks for coming back every week and watching this stuff, and I hope you like what we're doing. And you know, as always, if there's anything you want to see done to this, you know, message me in the comments and I'll try to do it. These decals were an idea from a viewer, somebody I was talking to on the Facebook, but we did them. So there's a whole bunch of mods coming, and you know, just give me comments if there's any ideas. Thanks for watching.